some sort of another figment of my own tortured mind.
This is the roof of the House of Al.
I'm gonna pull ahead a little bit.
Sending myself here was the last ditch attempt to save my life. The Talons. There are things worse than that.
My head. That's where my head is.
And I think you were here too. Languishing a pod trap.
This place is nothing like I remember. It's worse.
Indeed. From the safety of your pod, you never faced the Phantom. They got to you, didn't they? What did you say?
That was a cavern. Fortress of all my enemies. She was dead. So was everyone I ever loved. Cut down while they were trying to save the world. And I just stood there among their bodies, horrified. But I couldn't save them. I couldn't wake up. I wanted to die there with them. But I couldn't do that either.
Cattle fishing.
How did you? A memory. One that I thought had finally stopped haunting me. It was crystal clear. It felt like it would never end.
That's exactly what will happen if you resist the Phantoms.
You were a hero. And you didn't deserve this. But it's gonna be okay now. We're going to get out.
Get out.
Yeah, the mother once told me that Fort Ross is rooted in a space above the rocks by an anchor. The guards come and go through a portal at the base. If we can find the
To
anchor.
try would only invite the Phantom's wrath. But if we do not provoke them, they will leave us be. We are trapped here forever. We will never die, but we may yet survive. You must accept that, Kara, or you will go mad and remain so for eternity.
So, will you be watching the trial?
Of course. You don't think I'd miss an opportunity for the world to see my mother's ingredients?
Well, what about who you are?
What do you mean?
You were there with Lex through everything. But you haven't spoken on the record and you haven't been asked to testify. Think of what good it could do if you bared your first-hand experience and asked for forgiveness publicly.
I thought I was going to get in touch with a friend and you wanted for an interview.
Please, Nina, I screwed up with Obsidian. And Catco barely survived. So I am left. It's a bad shame. If you go on the record, maybe we can help each other. I'm sorry for your troubles.
I really am. What happened by Lex's side I will never speak of publicly. I thought maybe we could talk about it, especially after what we've been through, but I see now that I was mistaken. Because as ever, you're always putting yourself first. Keep the scotch.
Figured you guys could use some lunch.
So, how are things going? And with Silas's help and the nanobots to rebuild it, he can have Supergirl back by sundown.
By sundown?
We should order in Gemstone Delight's entire stock of pot stickers because she's going to be starving when she gets back.
Listening to me, sundown is impossible. Next week might not be possible. The last time I built this portal, it took 6 months of testing to make sure I didn't burn to death when I stepped through it. It's just wonderful that you all are being powerful superheroes, but I can't guarantee you won't burn to death either. I already have not saving my husband on my conscience. I don't need your death too.
Hey, I got it. I know what it's like to lose someone. Someone you love more than anything in the world. But only being the phantom zone is not your fault. You need to forgive yourself for what happened to him.
I can't. The guilt is awful.
Of course, you feel guilt. Of course, you feel shame. But those feelings are there to remind you that your love was real. And that is something that no phantom can take from you. Look, I know you're scared, but you can do this. You can build that portal. You can make it work. And when you do, we will save Supergirl. And every life she saves from then on will be thanks to you. And thanks to all.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, for perhaps the first time in history, crimes against humanity carries literal weight. Lex Luthor stands accused of attempting to brainwash half of humanity into loving him and to murder the rest. And this, in addition to the actual murder and conspiracy charges. Any one of these should put him away for life. Through evidence provided by Eve Tessmacher, who was present for every terrible moment, will prove him guilty of every charge.
No, she won't.
I'm sorry. Sorry. You know this isn't easy.
Silas, I do not have time. Fix it. Fix it right now.
John, can I talk to you outside?
Get it done. And don't immolate me.
I know you think of Connor as a daughter. We've only lost two.
I think of Ken and Tanya every day. Carl gone during all that alone. My memories take a different shape.
I'm worried about Kara too. But I'm also worried about you and Alex. You're running yourselves ragged trying to get her back. Speed up the process.
We've taken risks before.
It's not risk I object to. This mission calls for methodical planning without ego or emotion. Instead, you're just charging ahead without getting the lay of the land. You're not acting like a soldier. You're acting like a father.
I'd rather die trying to get her back than live with the guilt that I didn't do everything that I could. I hear you, Wisdom of God. I do. But we need to do this our way.
You've been incredibly strong today, Miss Tessmacher. And I know it can't be easy speaking truth to power, but I have to ask you one more question. And I implore you to answer honestly and clearly. Is the murderer of Dr. Jared in this courtroom today? Yes. Lex Luthor. No further questions, Your Honor. You're a witness, Mr. Luthor. Miss Tessmacher.
Miss Tessmacher, then. When I returned home, after saving those kidnapped VR users, who was waiting for me?
I was.
That's right. You surprised me with a lavish candlelit dinner. Do you recall the entree?
It was beef Wellington.
The meal was delicious, I might add. Succulent, tender.
Objection. It's his opinion.
I was just as surprised at the quality as you, this district attorney, which is why I asked you, Miss Tessmacher, what's the occasion? And do you remember what you said? Have you not sworn to tell the truth today, Miss Tessmacher?
I have. Objection.
Then why did you cook me dinner?
Because I was in love with you.
And when I did not reciprocate, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you, what is more reasonable? Lex Luthor, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and hero, committing these terrible crimes. Or Eve Tessmacher, jilted lover, hell-bent on revenge, setting up a man who would not have her, all to avoid punishment for her own crimes. She had the
a charge of perjury. Let me go to Your Honor.
Let me guess. Now that the trial has turned in Lex's favor, you want me to relinquish my shares and step down from the company so Mama's number one boy can take his livelihood. On the contrary, I'd like to sell you my shares. Why? Because Luthor Corp in your brother's hands is nothing more than a weapon. We both know it. My shares, coupled with yours, would form a majority Lex couldn't outvote no matter how hard he schemed. Think of what you could do with all that power. You're trying to bribe me. Why in the world would I need to bribe my own lawyer? Because you know I'm going to testify against Lex. An idiotic and childish notion. Eve's testimony was the backbone of this case. Now that Lex has completely damaged her credibility, all her evidence is tainted. It's fruit of the poisonous tree. If I don't speak to the brainwashing charges, then he might go free. So let him. Your brother nearly threw everything away and to reveal his true colors to the world. But through cleverness and sheer force of will, he has convinced the jury that he's a good man framed by an evil woman. That perception is good for the entire family. The truth is good for the family. The truth is you did nothing to stop Lex until it was nearly too late. If you take that stand, you'll have to accept your guilt for every single thing you did by his side. And then the world will not only think Lex is evil, they'll think you are too. And the Luthor name will be as good as worthless. It's time for Luthor to do some actual good instead of just pretending to. If I have to risk my name to make sure my brother stays behind bars forever, then I will. It's not a risk. It's a certainty. Lex won't hesitate to take you down with him. He knows better than anyone how to get under your skin. I'm counting on it.
Hey, sorry, I know it was impossible to get away from William. He just could not understand what was more important than staking out the courthouse.
Now's not the time to worry about William, or Lex's trial for that matter. Now's the time to train. Phantom Zone is an environment unlike one you've ever experienced. It will require the highest levels of your concentration to dream Supergirl's location in there. Accordingly, I reviewed my Phantom Zone simulation, meticulously crafted from all known data about the zone. Sensors placed around the room will record your dream energy. Any fluctuations, distractions, emotional incongruences will trigger the phantoms I've populated this training exercise with to attack you, just as they will do in the Phantom Zone.
I got it. It's just like a holodeck on next gen.
Now, hidden somewhere in this simulation is my simulated Supergirl. Please, close your eyes. Try to divine her location. Kara and Alex in high school. Surprising divination.
It's not a divination, it's a distraction, Brainy.
Try again.
I could barely find you when you were dying on the Leviathan ship. I thought maybe our relationship was what was clouding my powers, but maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Without my mom or my sister, I don't have anyone to actually teach me how to interpret my dreams. And until I learn, I'm never going to be the hero I want to be.
I'm from the Legion of Superheroes, but everything we did was through the lens of Supergirl. Her virtue, her accomplishments, her drive, but you and I have had the opportunity to actually know her. So we know she's more than just Supergirl. She's Kara. She is our beacon through the darkness. She's the example we all aspire to be. So yes, you may fear that you will fail to live up to Kara's example, but I am here to tell you, in no uncertain terms, that you are not a liability to this mission. You are the reason it's going to succeed. Let's try again.
I'm so sorry you were lost here. you've endured what you've endured. I'm going to help you find your way again. I'm going to get us out of here. I promise.
I take it you learned your lesson.
When the cars go flying by us doing
I have to try again.
Cora, I can't lose you again. Please, we can live safely here.
To what? Stare at cave walls day in and day out until time loses all meaning? The father I knew never would have accepted that.
The father you knew was hollowed out and devoured slowly by the phantoms. I'm trying to spare you that. You may think you are stronger than I, but strength doesn't matter here.
to the left of
The Phantom Zone isn't something
There
you
is
can
to the
fight.
left of the ticket camera there, but there's another bridge. It's a
You're
steel
right.
bridge.
I can't beat it.
Right where the steel
I am going
bridge
to
is
do
at.
everything I can to escape, even if it means I just get an inch further every day. And I'm sorry for everything you went through, but I would rather live through torture and do something than just exist for the sake of it. The House of L is meant for more than that.
And hopefully another big truck will come.
Well, I won't let my daughter go into Roxbury. So if you're going to insist on trying, I'm going with you.
Miss Tessmacher's testimony has been thrown out and the murder charge has been dropped, so perhaps we should be getting to closing arguments.
If there's no objection.
Actually, Your Honor, people would like to call one more witness.
What could one more witness possibly testify to?
Everything else. Non-notarians. To do no harm. I mean, that was always my intention, to make the world a better place, to inhibit our desires to hurt each other emotionally and physically. But Lex corrupted my technology to turn every Obsidian user into his own mindless followers, essentially brainwashing them. To what end? Get away with murder. No further questions, Your Honor. Defense, your witness. Something funny, Mr. Luther?
Not funny. Hilarious. My sister can couch her project in flowery language, make the world a better place. But put plainly, she created a tool to brainwash the masses. Isn't that right, sis?
Yes, I did. But I wasn't the one with the motive to use it that way.
Well, it's your word against mine on that. Well, pretty much all of it, for that matter. Now, by your own admission, you yourself would have had both the means and the opportunity to commit the brainwashing of which I stand accused, would you not?
No. Because in the trial phase, it became clear that Monitor was irreparably flawed. I abandoned
But
it.
then how could it possibly be your creation to brainwash anybody if it didn't really work?
I said it was flawed, not that it didn't work.
I was filing patents when you were in diapers. Why would I waste my time workshopping a multi-science fair project?
Because your little sister had created something that you needed, something that you could never have come up with on your own.
You've never done anything on your own. You always needed it.
Objection! You can't stand that I don't need you anymore.
Without me, your precious Nano Cherry would have never gotten off the
So
ground.
you think you can just take credit for my work?
Damn right I can. I have always taken the big swings that you never would, but I supported you. Because you were a Luther, I kept you on my side when you were too timid and weak to do what was necessary. It takes guts to wield power. And I wield my power to make the world better. So did I help develop Nano Cherry? Yes. And yes, Nano Cherry failed. Boom. It happens. But instead of accepting it humbly, my sister blames me for it. It's no surprise that this entire case has fallen apart when every single charge hinges on the unsubstantiated hearsay of bare women like my sister and Eve. Women who, mind you, could have committed these crimes themselves, as could any number of other suspects that the prosecutor has overlooked in her obsession with targeting me. And why? Because I am powerful. So let that be a lesson to you all. If you try to build a good life for yourself, there's always somebody waiting to tear you down and punish you for your greatness. But I accept who I am. I like power, and I have the guts guts to do something with it. I did not commit the crimes of which I stand accused, but if I had, who could blame me? If push came to shove, you'd have done it. The defense rests. Yes! Come on!
Sure this thing won't blow up? It won't blow up, but I can't guarantee it won't implode.
Let's bring Supergirl home. It doesn't look like the simulation's bringing.
No. This isn't right. Phantom Zone's been fractured somehow. Of course. Crisis. When all the timelines converge into one, the opposite must have happened here. It's no longer one pocket dimension, but many. An interdimensional archipelago.
Well, Dreamer should still be able to find her in there.
Every dimension has its own vibrational frequency. We'd have to go to each one before Dreamer can even try, and it's moving in a randomized pattern. It would take years for us to make it to each of them.
Supergirl is in there, okay? We're not gonna go get her.
Just wait.
I won't give up on Kara.
I'm not gonna lose you too.
All rise.
In the case of the people of the United States of America versus Lex Luthor.
Found them? Everything all set? Judge, jury, execution.
Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. In the matter of National City versus Alexander Joseph Luthor, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all counts.
Mr. Luthor is
Wait,
now...
you actually won? I did not. Not that I'm surprised, boss.
Well, I am. Clearly, I underestimated the value of just being myself. Bully. Yeah, of course not, you idiot.
I'm sorry things were different than you expected and you couldn't save your friend. Just because you couldn't save her this time doesn't mean you won't.
I think we all need to at least take a beat. It's been a rough day, but we will figure this out.
Guys, it's about to get a lot worse.
I would like to congratulate the jury on coming to the right decision, in spite of the clear prejudice in the media coverage of my trial. Catco published a glorified hit piece painting me as guilty and then allowed the same biased journalist to single-handedly cover my trial.
Guys, I've got to go back to Catco.
Well, it all comes down to a lack of hard evidence and a lot of reasonable doubt. Use the systems. Take a powerful guy and they try to tear him down. No one deserves a life sentence for that.
Okay, enough of this farce.
I was gonna say, if this one
The trial may be over, but we are not.
Yeah.
William! William, I am so sorry I didn't make it back to the courthouse.
It wouldn't have made a difference. I'm not sure any of this does anymore, really.
Of course it does. Look, Lex got acquitted, and there is nothing that we could have done about that. But when he tries something again tomorrow, that is something we can do something about. We can still make a difference. We just can't stop trying.
Like testing out. Like testing.
Come on.
Testing two streams
been
at
at
the
it for
same
hours.
time. Different ones.
How are you guys doing?
Brain's still running analytics on the projector. It's still
Wait,
going.
not that.
We're making progress
No,
on mapping the
fuck
fence.
off.
I wasn't talking about the job, I was talking about you.
Right. I was just thinking how right you were about methodical planning, without ego, emotion. If I hadn't been so reactive, rushing us into a risky plan,
Well, your plan would have worked with the phantom zone fracture.
if I'd been more thorough, had brainy mapping before, we would have been prepared for that.
Well, now we will be next time. But I know you're going through a lot. You could talk to me.
I almost lost you today. And Alex. Everyone. I need to do what I must to get Kara back. Until then, I need to follow your advice. Stop thinking in terms of family. Just be a soldier.
Here we go live. You like
Now that you're free, what's next?
I'm just glad that I can return to making a difference as a free man.
These 21st century keyboards suck.
Alex? I couldn't get her back. I couldn't save her.
Hey. It's more than anyone could have pulled off in a day.
No, it's not just today.
And what if we never won? What if she's really gone? And how am I supposed to accept a world without Kara in it? The only thing that you have to accept is that this could take a while. But you are gonna keep fighting, and so is she.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know if I can. This isn't just a hard path. I don't see any path at all. We're nowhere. Kelly, we are nowhere. And she is alone. And I might not ever see her again.
In another surprising turn of events, Lex Luthor has called for the district attorney to instead consider charges against his sister Lena, who, in the process of testifying today, may have implicated herself in criminal activity.
So much for not speaking about Lex publicly, huh? I owe you an apology. I was behaving selfishly earlier. You saved my life. I shouldn't have tried to use you.
I shouldn't have jumped on your throat. I was hypocritical. I'm intimately aware of how difficult it is to make amends.
Well, you did it in style. Coming forward despite the difficulty. Honestly, I wish I was brave enough to confront my father like that.
What? By giving him a platform to grandstand that backfires so drastically that the DA ends up investigating you instead?
By using his own strategies against him. You pushed Lex right where you wanted him. No one could have expected the jury to sympathize. But keep going after Lex with everything Yakko's got.
I will too. And if the justice system doesn't stop him, then I will.
Well, I'll drink to that.
I admit I didn't expect your little performance to be so effective.
You underestimated me even more than I did, Mother.
No one should have been able to Houdini themselves out of a situation like that.
Please, Houdini was all about tricks, whereas I am now seeing the value of unvarnished truth.
2 words I never thought I'd hear applied to Luther.
And how does my narrative suit our beloved family name now?
far better than your sister's.
From mass murderer to vindicated martyr in one fell swoop, and all I needed was me. I wasted so much time trying to buy, threaten, or brainwash people into doing what I wanted. But apparently, people love a guy who tells it like it is. The key is, if you can get them to buy it long enough, you stop being able to discern whether you're telling it like it really is, or how you want them to believe it is.
Damn it. Which one of you thieving idiots trying to go negative?
John, I think that phantom did something to me. Please come. I think I need help.
Where did they just go?
I have no idea. I've never seen a phantom do anything like that.
Well, if they use portals to get around, maybe we can use one to get out.
It looks like the portal's only open and closed long enough for a phantom to get through.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to catch a phantom.
Previously on Supergirl.
If you're gonna save your world, you have to work with Lex Luthor.
I'm just gonna kill Supergirl myself. I won.
Silas, we want you to help us break into the Phantom Zone.
The portal's only open and closed long enough for a phantom to get through.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to catch a phantom.
We find the defendant not guilty.
The Phantom Zone's been fractured. It would take years for us to make it to each of them.
Supergirl is in there, okay? We are bringing her home.
I think that phantom did something to me. Please come.
Silas!
It's freezing in here. Found him.
What happened?
The phantom, it burst out of me and attacked me. It was so cold. Worse than I could ever imagine. Like living death.
We didn't send all the phantoms back to the Phantom Zone. One got out.
You ready to catch a ride?
Get him. Quiet. He'll hear you.
Who hear me? Where are they taking him?
Same place we taken you.
Don't touch me. We gotta get out of here. Phantoms. Over the ridge. Coming this way. They just tossed on a bunch of white Martians. Now they're on the rampage too.
Why should I believe you?
Because they got Azrael. That was all that was left of him. Oh no. They... That was too easy. There are no phantoms or white Martians coming over the ridge, are there? And Azrael? Oh, he's fine. Wherever he is. I nicked this from him weeks ago. Girl's gotta light a fire somehow. Thank you, but they took my father. I have to go rescue him. Well, but first we have to get you and that leg somewhere safe. Come with me.
In the dark and in the cold. All alone.
More story for an update.
I'm here with Lex Luthor. How does it feel to be free man?
In a word, beautiful. Well, Ron, that feels wrong. Because I'm a madman who should be rotting in prison. But you wouldn't be so bad. You shouldn't have a future. You shouldn't even be able to sleep at night. You should be haunted by a Kryptonian heart beating ceaselessly beneath your floorboards.
Brady, Alex, what are you trying to run us? It's okay.
What happened to him?
A phantom surprised last night. It attacked us.
Bias?
It nested inside.
Escaped him. Why attack?
I have 3 roommates. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. We'll find them. Brady, get me everything you can on phantoms. We didn't know they could possess humans. What else don't we know about? What is Alex, a dreamer?
Neil was pulled for Catco's investors retreat. Andrea wouldn't let her say no. She has to replace Kara.
Alex went home last night to get some rest.
I need her here. This man needs help.
Go easy on her. She was crushed when we couldn't save Supergirl from the Phantom Zone.
So was I. You were the one who reminded me to act like a soldier, not a father. Alex needs to do the same right now.
Well, you both need to be honest with your emotions.
I acted on my emotions yesterday. And not only did we fail to save Supergirl, but I let a phantom escape into this world. I won't make the same mistake again.
When I landed on Earth, I was alone. My adopted mother raised me as her own, with kindness and compassion. And my sister, she showed me what it truly means to be strong. To love so fiercely it hurts. She taught me what it means to be human. She was my first companion on this planet. Without her, I wouldn't be a hero. A person. I am today.
I thought you were
I have
kind
stars around.
It's before I thought she wasn't really gone.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Kara is not dead. That's what we're saying.
Like I say,
She's trapped in a cold town because I couldn't save her.
We're drained them.
So what's my purpose now? What's the point of trying anything else?
Maybe loss is different for everyone, but
And the railroad track
hurts
is
the
probably
same.
gone by now.
And I will sit with you right
I
here.
didn't want to bring it back in backwards.
I can't breathe. I feel like I don't even deserve it.
They've never had no problem with me parking out there out here before. It's the reason I was right there.
I don't know what you're gonna say, but it doesn't matter if I pick up the phone or not. There's no point.
The point is that you are still here. And you get to decide whether you give up or you keep going. Look, I know it's not the same thing, but yesterday, when I was in my own despair about what happened in Obsidian, I lost my way. And I found the lifeline in helping Silas find his. Because when everything seems dark, that's when we show up for those who need us the most.
That's a thoroughly unpleasant surprise. Morning, sis. I promise this will be quick. When I woke up this morning, I could not wait to get back to work. So I opened it, and wouldn't you know it, I have been locked out of all Luthor Corp accounts. Even my own Lex Foundation. Isn't that funny?
You may be a free man, Lex, but your time at Luthor Corp is over.
See, I had a feeling it was you. The firewalls were spectacular, by the way. And how did you change my bioscan? Let me guess, the Gluon helped you out with that? Cue prank, sis. Now undo it.
Maybe I wasn't clear. I will do everything in my power to protect this company and the world from you. Did you think my testimony was some kind of mistake?
I thought you might be feeling stubborn. I had very expensive coffee this morning with my new friend ADA Matthews, now District Attorney Matthews. He was freshly appointed when your friend, District Attorney Diaz, was fired for losing my case. Anyway, Mr. Matthews was so grateful at his good fortune that he's willing to do me a favor. He's issuing you a court order to undo your little cyber attack within the hour.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh, and I also had a very nice chat with him about his investigation into you and Nano Cherry. Just wanted to make sure he was getting his full attention. It's now his #1 priority. Be wary of opening with the Queen's Gambit, says. Such an obvious first move.
This isn't over.
It never is.
Now he's still sitting there.
Is it a phantom did this?
Yeah.
Or as they're originally known, a Zulian Militarian. Originally from a dark planet on the outskirts of the Rao system, they were forced to flee, seeking a new home planet to repopulate. Fortunately, their method of populating is to infect the planet's existing inhabitants by turning them into soulless, hive-minded minions. They were very successful, until the Kryptonians stopped them, imprisoned them in the Phantom Zone. Their powers were diluted and they were unable to multiply. They were, however, able to continue spreading misery, making them excellent prison guards.
But when this alien escaped all its powers returned, it can now infect people, essentially make new phantoms.
And it only gets stronger the more it preys.
Will it possess people like Silas?
No. I believe that was purely a means of escape and evasion. When the Phantoms attack first, they do so psychically, paralyzing their prey with misery. Then they strike using their venomous talons. After a short incubation period, the victim's life force leaves the body and migrates to the Phantom's nest.
Life force?
In the 31st century, we discovered a formula to quantify the intangible substance that makes a human unique. You call it a soul.
This temperature is crashing. What was that?
Left at hometown now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It's a nice little town.
What part, man?
Yeah.
That's Silas. The phantoms attacked at this?
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, that phantom still on the loose, he could be infecting other victims. We need to find him.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
shit.
We are here.
Oh, that felt nice. Hammer's excited, but you're going to be excited. You will be mad in a minute.
Hey, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
What?
Gary says grab some nuggets at the grocery store.
Yeah, Hamber is looking forward to go home. He knows what home
But we're at
means.
Right Along Gang headquarters. We're
The
a
dog.
little bit from the house. We don't.
He's
take the
excited
trucks
to go
the house.
home.
The roads up there is just not truck
Yeah,
friendly.
he
We live
going
We
home.
live to the left.
Yes.
We do
Yes.
appreciate y'all hanging out with us for our drive home. Thank you for all the support. Watch
Going
for
to
our
berserk sort of thing.
Hot Ones Challenge live
In an hour or so.
in a few hours.
Yeah.
In the meantime, hop over there, let Jeremy and Jen know we put the spotlight on him, and we'll see y'all back here in just a little bit
Bye.
for the torture test.
What are you gonna do? What, come for pick them up?
Remember, we got to go to the store. I mean, pharmacy.
Yeah, going now they'll shut it down.
When I gonna get picked up, aye.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Anyone he may have turned. Magan, you and I will keep searching
And
the
they're
city.
doing
Scanning for
another
code
live
signatures.
stream
Use
soon.
Silas as a baseline template. Brady,
Something
head to
else
Silas's social
different.
media. Scan for facial recognition. We need to find those roommates.
What do we do if they've already been turned?
Act very carefully. These progeny will be just as powerful as the Phantom. They're still innocent people. A remote-activated kinetic inhibitor can be triggered from up to a mile away, keeping us at a safe distance so that we don't also become infected. I'll begin constructing one now, along with some additional Phantom containment units.
Good. Until then, we need to locate that phantom and keep everybody safe. Look, I know you're upset right now. Not getting Kara back was a blow none of us expected. But we can't be ruled by our emotions, not now. I need you to focus and lean into your training because that's exactly what it's for. To kick in when we feel like giving up. so that we find comfort in doing what we do best.
Kara is gone. How can you just march on like nothing is wrong?
Because marching is the only way to get her back.
This is all my fault. My father was safe where he was. I never should have convinced him to leave.
So, I have good news and bad news. Let's start with the bad news first. I like to end on a high note. Those guys who took your father, they're going to sacrifice him to a terrible creature that lives deep in Shadow Lake.
What?
But it doesn't feed until it's lapped the lake 11 times, which gives us enough time to make a plan.
No, I can't waste any more time.
You know, you really should let me make you a splint. Things don't heal in the Phantom Zone, like ever.
No, I can push through.
You are stubborn. You must have made one hell of a criminal.
I'm not a criminal.
Sure. And I'm a princess.
I was sent here by a madman.
And your father? Did this madman send him here too?
Until yesterday, I thought my father was dead.
Why?
My name is Kara Zor-El. When I was younger, my home planet was dying. Saving it was hopeless. So my father sent me to Earth to take care of my baby cousin who went before me, and I thought we were the only two survivors. That everyone else from our planet was dead. Including my father. I can't lose him again.
I think I can help.
How sad.
It's a powerful tool from my dimension. Hidden on me when I was banished. I may not have my powers here, but this thing still has a few sparks. See? He's okay.
Are you a fifth dimensional imp?
Do you know many imps?
Just one. His name is Mixus Billick.
You know Mixie. That guy is a wild card.
He has made some good strides recently. At least he had the last time I saw him. Yeah, maybe I could use that splint after all.
Sean, I was thinking, maybe waiting for Brainy's kinetic inhibitor to be ready is risky, and these phantoms could be multiplying at very high rates. If we find them, we should contain them any way that we can.
Absolutely not. Those energy field discs require close proximity to a target to work. You heard Brady. The kinetic inhibitor shields us by a mile.
But the longer we wait,
I said no. That's an order, Magan.
Sorry it took me so long to get here. There's a bit of an emergency at the tower.
You're hologram multitasking again.
Your text said you need more help with Operation Vengeance. I'm at your service. How did Lex take our system's lockout?
Poorly, as expected. He mentioned Lex's Foundation this morning, so I did some digging. Turns out the Foundation is just a sham to buy experimental weapons from Casmia, but you and I are going to funnel the money directly to the Luthor wing of National City's Children's Hospital instead. Do you think you can hack into this account and make that happen?
I'm not exaggerating when I say that nothing would delight me more. It's done. Lex should be receiving lavish thank you calls from the hospital any minute. I have to go. Started running into the south wall over and over again. Like he's being drawn to something.
I got a hit on the police scanner. It says that there's a disturbance at a warehouse 2 miles south from here. It's being attacked by hostile ghost creatures.
The Phantoms created a new progeny.
We have to secure that warehouse. Keep everybody from the area.